Hey guys, this is Patty B with In the Hauler. I got another firearm I'd like to share with y'all. This is the Cz-75b Omega, chambered in 9mm parabellum. We'll go ahead and clear it real quick, and clear. The Cz-75 is a semi-automatic full-size steel frame service pistol with double single action and feeds from 16-round steel magazines. It's made in the Czech Republic and imported by CZ USA out of Kansas City. I'd like to give a big shout out to my buddy George, who let me borrow this to make this review possible. The Cz-75 was introduced in 1975, during the heart of the Cold War. I remember reading about this in magazines and stuff, but you wouldn't be able to get your hands on one until the 90s after the Cold War was over. There are several variants based on this. This one is the B model, which just means it's the newer improved. It's got the fire and pin safety in it, and the Omega part means that you're able to swap out this safety with a decocker if you so choose. There are also several competition variants based on this. The CZ Shadow 2, which is probably the most accurate pistol I've ever shot. It's truly amazing. But this one, is just a duty size pistol. It's got a 4.6-inch barrel, a complete steel frame, which gives it a little heft. It weighs 34.5 ounces on my scale. It does have the safety, so you can carry it cocked and locked. You've got just traditional 3-dot sights, a little bit of white paint on them. It's got some polymer grips. The trigger, it's double single, so your first shot is going to be a long, smooth double. And there's your reset. And then your subsequent shots will be single action, which it's a little bit mushy, but it's light, so it's not so bad. One of the interesting things about the Cz-75 is that the slide rides inside of the frame rails versus outside, letting it sit a little bit lower in your hand, but gives you a little less purchase to grab when you want to manipulate the slide. So we'll go ahead and do the disassembly on this pistol. You can see you've got a little notch in your frame and then a little notch in your slide. You can line those up and then tap out your disassembly pin and remove the slide from the frame. So you've got your recoil spring guide rod and barrel. It's kind of reminiscent of the Browning High Power in here, which isn't a bad thing for sure. But you can kind of see how your rails are a little different in this than they are on a traditional semi-automatic. We'll get you a look inside the lower here. But reinstall is just the opposite. Put your barrel in, recoil spring guide rod, and you can slide her on. Line up your marks again, and there you go. I've only ever put a few rounds through this before, maybe a mag or two. He's brought it over to shoot with, but I haven't got a chance to run it through its paces yet, which, I'm looking forward to doing today. So let's take this old war horse out and ring a little steel. What do you say? All right, we're back here about 7 yards. We'll take some shots with the Cz-75. Let's see where the sights are hitting. All right, pretty good. All right, this Cz-75 shooting pretty good. We'll take on that big spinner, see what we can do. All right, Cz-75 making it look easy. All right, we're up here at the deck about 15 yards. Let's see what we can do with the Cz-75. All right, we got a plate out there about 35 yards. Let's see what we can do with the Cz-75. Man, this thing just shoots accurate. Just shoots accurate. That single action isn't super predictable, but it's so light, and that makes up for it. Shooting really nice. All right, we're back inside from shooting the Cz-75b Omega, and man, it's just pretty cool. You know, this thing's been around for over 50 years now, and it's just an icon. And you know, it's spawned many variants that have gone on to success in the competition route. And man, this thing's pretty cool. The double action is long and heavy, but smooth. The single, you can't really tell when it's going to break, but it's so light that it helps it out. And you know, this all steel frame and 34.5 ounces, you know, soaks up that recoil pretty good. So it's just a cool pistol to shoot for sure. So didn't have any failures. I only put like 250 rounds through it today, but you know, no failures. So, you know, it ran like a champ, but it's pretty cool. So there you go, guys. Cz-75b Omega. Y'all have a nice day.